I'm back to working on this little painting, and I'm sorry that my camera setup is not the most ideal. I still, I can see that my head looks pretty weird at this angle because my phone is at a slant. But anyway, be that as it may, I've been working on this little painting, comparing it to my reference image. I noticed that this castle was a lot cooler in tone, such as this side that I've now worked on, than this side. So I'm going to work a little bit more on this side. And I've also created more detail right here along these the old wall and steps that were coming down. So we can just see a bit of the tumble down wall. And, you know, at some point in my videos, I will have bought more equipment and then you can see the close-ups. I tried different ways of filming the close-up, but it just wasn't really working with the setup that I have, which is basically not a setup. All right, so I'm just going to paint, and let's see, I think you can see this. So I've got my reference image right there on my camera, on my laptop, I should say. I've mixed some more colors here. I'm using a very small brush. It's a very small point on the detail of this. And one thing I want to check is how straight up and down that line is, because it looks a bit slanted to me. Well, that's actually pretty good. I think it's because this diagonal shadow comes down. And then let me just check this one. Just a little bit, tiny little bit. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow coming in, a little bit at the bottom. Okay. Now, I was working on this, but I think I'll leave that for now. And now I'm going to go back to this side. Create a bit of definition here. Make it slightly grayer here. Add a little bit more of the detail that I see in there. And also on here. And then I'll go back to this side here. I think I will add music to this part. Okay, enjoy. So I'm just looking at my little painting, and I realized that I actually don't really like how black and white it looks now. It is closer to the way the image is, my reference image, but my preference really was for the warmer stone. So I decided to just mix some more paint. The darkness of it is okay, but I prefer it to be warmer. So I'm just going to mix some paint and fix that up. Hi, I'm back. I have painted, I've worked on my little painting, and I'll show it to you in a minute. Actually, I'll just show it to you right now. This is the little painting I'm talking about. I had changed the color of these buildings to a grayer form, and I've just finished making it a little warmer in tone. And now I'm going to work on just adding a little bit of the green and then touching up the sky. As you can see, the sky needs a bit of touch up. Maybe defining the background a bit more. So that's what I'm going to work on. Thank you for joining me today. So as you can see, I've propped up my painting today, and I want it to kind of stay there. So I'll just put my laptop. Here's my reference image that I took when I was in Italy last September. And there's my painting. You can see that I made this old castle a lot warmer, but I really like the way that works with the greens. When you're making a painting, you don't have to do an exact replica unless that's what you choose to do. You can create the colors that you wish. You can make it way less realistic than I've made it. It just depends on what you'd like to see. So I've mixed up some greens right there. You guys wouldn't believe how I'm holding this camera, and I'll show you later. Okay, I find it quite amusing. So now let's get to work on this green. I have to reorient. Whenever I start again, I have to look and reorient myself and just test a bit of green to see, is this, oh, that's quite bright. Okay, I think I wanted a bit more yellow. Slightly lighter. Now some lighter paint. Everyone. It's in the afternoon here in Vancouver, and we've had a very snowy day yesterday and today. I'll just show you a little bit about that. Out my window here, I find it so beautiful to look out this window at the snow, and typical of Vancouver, it'll probably be starting to melt by tomorrow. We do get snow, but it usually doesn't last very long. So I finished my little painting, which I will hold up in front of me here. There's more contrast. I worked on the trees and the grass in front. And, oh yeah, the sky and the water and the land at the back. So all I have to do now is sign it, and it's done. There's always comes a point where you go, well, I could do more. I could fix this, I could fiddle with that. But then you have to decide at some point, you know what, enough is enough. So anyway, that's my painting that I finished, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.